Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games. I'm Michael, and now as you can see, for those of you that have seen the other updates, this is update 3 on Canyon Valley Amusement Park. If you can see, this coaster is gone, right? So as this coaster is gone, what this means now is I'm going to be deleting some coasters to get some extra percent to be able to build more within this park, and I'll just replace them. And so right there, as you can see, the next one to go is I'm at, you can't see on the bottom of the screen, but I'm at 99% right now, is this dive coaster. And even though that one's waiting there at the top, I have checked it out with guests in the park, and because there are no guests loading onto the trains right now and it's just testing, what it's doing is it's letting it go instantly instead of what normally you'd have with wait times and so forth. Alright, so now what I want to talk about here in this update is what I've done since the previous one, and then what my plans are going forward, because this will be the last update before the park is final. And there's a lot of little things, you know, I kind of need to rearrange some of this stuff in the front. It's just a little bit off center, so I need to kind of center that up. I need to put some more lights in here and so forth. But you know, I haven't really done anything new with this part. What I did realize when I let guests enter, they went crazy and ended up getting stuck in here because I had an exit point here, also had an exit here, and for some reason, instead of the guests flocking all over this plaza, they went to the shortest point to get to the coasters over here. So I kind of had to change this up, and I've still got to do some work over here, but it's gonna look awesome in the end. And then I said this in the last episode, I got this idea from Magic Mike, and he did this in his park, which I believe he said he got it from NH99, and so I've done this kind of around, all the way around. Let me actually you know, hold on just one second, guys. Alright, so if you look at it at night, sorry, I'm using the keyboard. I hadn't used the, like, getting rid of the whole HUD and stuff, and so that's the first time I've really utilized it. And so you see here, looks really good at night. I like those lights right there, and so I've added them over here as well. And so I've got a lot of stuff that I need to light up more, but a couple things that I want to show you now while we're at nighttime over here is I've finished up this area. So I've added the girders here and the locomotive rails for the transfer track, along with some wires and stuff. And I got rid of this door that was here and put some wires along with you know, cable box and stuff. And so I like how this turned out. Love this station. I showed you guys this in the last one. Really love that station right there. And then I believe in the last one I also showed this ride, but I don't think I had it complete yet in terms of the design of it. Oh, sorry guys, let me switch to this camera. So as you can see, I'm using the hazard strips, and I've just colored them differently depending on the ones that are right by the track, and I made those kind of match the colors of the ride. And then this is the transfer track area, you know, so I just kind of tried to put stuff in, and you got the computers with some wires going to it across. I think what I probably should do is add some wires going down and add another computer down here, so another access point or cable box or something. You know, added some of those, so I think it looks good. And then out here with this maintenance area, let me scroll up. So I saw what sorry, there we go. So I need to add a little bit of lights up here, but I saw that Ted07386 did this in one of his parks, where he kind of added this, because since we don't have the option of creating that spiral staircase going up, just creating this staircase going up here. So I really like that. You know, I did this as a custom brake run area, you know, with the iron girders, tried to color match and try to make it as perfect as possible to how it actually looks. And then I, you know, added the railings and stuff and the hazard strips. So I really like how that looks. And then, you know, you got the little maintenance area down here with the electric breaker and stuff. So now let me go back to the normal time, and I'm gonna turn HUD off as well, so give me a second. Alright, so now I appreciate Iron Matty for telling me how we can turn this off to where all the controls and stuff are off. So I wonder if it will allow me still to, okay, no, it doesn't allow that. So if you're in this mode, you can't switch cameras, at least that I know of right now. And so I'm going to change the coloring on the bottom to kind of match kind of the general area color. But I found a picture of somebody made a Starbucks on Planet Coaster computer version, and it looks similar to this, and I was like, okay, I like that idea. I can kind of make this into a restaurant. So I kind of like the style. It's just built with, so I can't see anything to click on there. Those are the mouse pieces, or the mouse supports going up and down. I'm using the electrical cables kind of supporting up the awning and stuff. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, and then so this area I've kind of decided to make it kind of a foresty area. And so this little bathroom that I've made, which I think looks nice, I just need to put some lights in some areas. And I know it's very pink, but I wanted it to kind of go along with the ride that's behind it. And so you've got your entrance area, and you got a couple different restrooms and stuff. So I think that's pretty nice. It kind of wraps around for staff members too. So there's a couple staff buildings in the back, and then here's you know, just another little restaurant area to pick up some food. Need to put some stuff behind there, and then I've got this little number here, this little vending machine station, and so that's good. So I put the wooden ceiling pieces down just to kind of block any areas of the terrain that weren't covered by path or something. And then I've got this station here, which I think works well. It's covered using the chain link fences, and you got a lot of rocks and stuff around it. So I think that's gone pretty well. I just kind of need to put some rocks and stuff on this side to kind of cover up that ugliness right there. And then here, I need to still kind of work with this a little bit. But Cincinnati made this height station, or ride height piece. So I think that looks really cool. So make sure and go check that out on the workshop. And as always, I'll have all this stuff in the description of anything that I downloaded. So yeah, that's the ride. I think this area is looking really good. You know, as I've said before, I really need to work on my theming, and that's what I'm going to be doing on my Let's Play series, is trying to do more themed areas. For now, for this park, I'm just trying to make it Cedar Fair style, where you don't have anything particularly themed. It's just built on coasters. And so I've still got to work on these areas. So like I said, I've still got 18 to 19% that I can work with. So I've still got a good amount that I can, you know, kind of fill in this area. And then let's ride the two other coasters that I made. So I wonder if it'll allow us to click on it. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and get on this train right here. And so if we look at the stats real quick, I've got a couple areas I need to smooth out a little bit more, and I'm going to change the brake section at the end. But if we look, track length about 800 meters, so it's not long. Max speed 59 miles per hour. Biggest drop 36 meters. So it's one of the shorter rides in the park, and one of the lower rides in terms of not having a lot of drops. I need to look at the vertical G-force in that one area and maybe fix that a little bit. So it's not perfect. I'll probably make some corrections to it. But I just want to go ahead and show you this to you guys. And I love this station. I think it's really cool. Alright, so that's the ride, one of the more tame rides in the park. Like I said, I'm going to get rid of this right here, because I think it slowed it down way too much. I've tried to work on smoothing this area out so much, and it's still not the most smooth, but it's not terrible. So I might try to work with that some more. Sorry for the lag, guys. And yeah, so I think it's a good layout. What I really loved and what I really wanted to do with it was have a lot of path interaction here. And so that's what I've kind of been doing here, is I'm starting to lay down the chain link fences. And so I just love the fact that you can be walking on the path and you can look up and see the coaster drop like that. I mean, I think that's a really cool look. And we saw these two rides last time. So now the other one I decided to make is, I was trying to figure out what to go in this area, and I decided, you know, I kind of need a little bit of a kid area, because I do have a stroller section in my park. So what's the point of a stroller section without a kid area? And so here's the coaster I made. Alright, so there's the ride. Really happy with that. And so that's kind of the updates on the park so far. There's still a lot that I need to do, especially a lot of little stuff. I want to go over with you guys too what my plan is, because like I said, in this area I'm going to add one or two flat rides here, and then I'm going to add kind of a food stall area along with a restroom area. So there's not a ton of space left, but I was thinking of adding a nice kind of calmer flat ride in this area, this general area, to kind of have it along with this. And I'm gonna have this kind of gated off. This is one of those areas that I'm sure right now I'm still thinking through things. Also, I need to name some of these rides. The only one I've officially named, which I forgot to mention this earlier, so if anybody has any good idea for names, I would love to hear them, because that's one of the things I'm terrible at in this game. Jasmine came up with the name Scorpion for this one, kind of because of this this big cobra roll right here. And so I custom made this scorpion sign, which I need to put some supports for it. And then we've got this one right here, so I really like how this has turned out. And then yeah, so I need to come up with some of these other names. So I don't think I've named this one yet. Yeah, I haven't named that one yet. And then, you know, like one thing I was thinking about too was whatever the names of these are, kind of putting a sign in the ground, kind of pointing an arrow to which ride goes where. But you kind of would have a central area here with 3 ways that you can go to 3 separate larger rides here. And then I was two other things too that I'm gonna add in is I'm gonna add in a maintenance area, possibly a hotel, kind of depending on the amount of time. I thought about this area back here could be a good area for kind of a hotel, because it's secluded a little bit. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that there. I mean, I'll just put that there right now, but who knows. And so then the last thing that I wanted to add in is I wanted to add in the fact that I want to have this area where a hybrid coaster is going to be built, but it's under construction. Because if you think about all the coasters in this park, we had a floorless coaster, we have a dive coaster, we've got a giga coaster, we've got a flying coaster, we've got a Gerschlauer, we've got a launch coaster, and we have a kid coaster. We've basically covering almost every general type except for a wood coaster or hybrid, whichever way you want to look at it. So I was kind of thinking about making this flat over here, no water, and kind of fencing off the area and having a crane and stuff, and basically having a sign saying hybrid coaster being built with some hybrid coaster pieces and stuff. So that's kind of my thought for it. I'd love to get y'all's thoughts and opinions so far on this park. Like I said, the next update is going to be the final tour and what the park looks like. I hope to have it done by the end of the week, but we will see. And so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.